Welcome to Zen Camera. What's Zen Camera about? Zen Camera is about learning to be present when taking photos, something I've been practicing for many years, of course, but not very mindfully. This book by David Ulrich really gives you excellent exercises in meditating on what you're photographing, clearing your mind, being present, having a good look around, and creating that mind's eye that helps you take better pictures. Another book I used was Australian Abstract. And of course, I went to all the art galleries to have a look at what paintings they had up. So abstract photography is not representational. So what's that mean? That means that this is clearly not an abstract photo. It's clearly the Opera House. So what are we looking for when we're taking abstract photographs? We're looking for form, color, texture, and lines. So why would you be interested in abstract photography? Well, it helps with all your photography. It develops your sense of light and composition. And every photograph you take uses those two dimensions. This is a bit more like it. This is clearly an abstract photograph. It doesn't represent anything. It's just a composition. So let's just have a look at this photograph in terms of those four characteristics I described earlier. And based on those criteria, this is a pretty good abstract. It's got form, it's got color, it's got texture and lines. By its nature, photography represents the three-dimensional world in two dimensions. So by definition, that's an abstraction. But that doesn't make it abstract art. Is another attempt at abstraction. It's the photo of a cleaner, a street cleaner in George Street. But is it an abstract? Yes, based on our criteria, it probably is an abstract photo. Not a bad one either. So what I discovered is that abstract photography is actually quite difficult to do. Well, in the sense that if you, like me, and you try and stick to actually producing the final image in the camera, I think it's very difficult to do. If you start playing around with Photoshop, I can imagine with a lot of work, you could produce very good abstracts. As you can see in this photo, I'm not very good at Photoshop. Here I'm exploring shapes. It's simply a light table with sheets of paper on it, and I'm photographing from above. It's got lines, it's got some form, not much color though. But yes, I think it probably meets the requirements to be an abstract. Here's another example of an abstract photograph. Not a good abstract, but not bad. It's got weak form, hasn't probably got enough color, needs a few more lines. Not particularly interesting photograph, but it's an idea going somewhere. I really enjoyed playing around with smoke and different color lights, and I found these photographs very exciting to take and to produce. Here's a simple idea. Using that light box again, I just folded some paper, stood it up vertically, and photographed from above. Here's another smoke photograph. I think it's a good abstract photo. Probably could use a little bit more color, but given the challenges of photographing smoke, it's probably at the limit of what I can do there. As you saw in some of the other slides, light drawing is very conducive with producing abstracts. It's a very simple idea. I think the simpler it is, the better, actually. I like the minimalist abstracts myself. It was all good fun to make. I think I'd only give myself a partial success at abstraction. But gee, what an expansion of my photographic portfolio. Hope you enjoyed it also.